Yo, what's good is good, guys. I hope you're all doing good and great. And we are in the new models. Like, I'm truly like so excited about like these models because just you need to understand. Like, at the end of the days, as marketers, like or brand owners or whatever, like you're gonna consider yourself as, our business really rely on selling. And when we're trying to sell, there is always copywriting involved. There is always a copy. Your ads is a copy. Your VSLs is a copy. Your landing page is a copy. Your emails is a copy. Your CTA is a copy. Everything is almost like a copywriting. So a lot of people didn't get the time to read like all the books. Like doesn't have like that's didn't, but like they don't have time to go through. You read the book, then understand the idea, then apply it, then seeing the feedbacks and everything, then going through like a lot of books to understand like the psychology, the emotions, like the true buying mode that there is, like the dynamic between like users and like when somebody he is buying for himself or he is buying for somebody else, like what is the difference? Also, the true understanding of the market level of awareness, the market sophistication, the emotionals, what is called the emotional identification of each customers and how language you're going to be using, which intensity of emotion that you're going to be using. A lot of these things, like a lot of people, they neglect, like they don't have the time to study, but like they're literally like moving the needle. So this model is going to move a lot of what is called a lot of rate of view. Is going to help you too much, like when it came to anything to do with scaling your business, like the whole besides like the background is going to help you scale your business so good, because at the end of the day the front ad is what it adds the landing page in the funnels, and this is going to help you create insane ads, insane copies, insane script, insane, like the whole idea of how to communicate at the end of the day with your customers. So course overview, the complete system for brand safe direct response marketing. We're also going to be talking into the introduction about like what is called the difference between direct response marketing and brand safe direct response, because a lot of people's when you told them that you're doing a copywriting, the first thing that they came to their mind that's you're selling dreams that doesn't exist, like just selling fugazi fuguzis, and our products has been studied by NASA and has been discovered in what it's called in the old ancient tribes as a secret to keep what is called cure cancer. It's not like that. It's not like those copywriting technique that's heavy used by affiliates and stuff. This is going to be showing you like how to understand like your avatars, how to understand their level of awareness, their market sophistication, their emotions, and what is like the tactics or techniques of creating like good ads, good opener loops, the future passing, the negative passing. A lot of techniques that we're going to be talking about in this models. So it's going to be like what I can consider this model is going to be like the full copywriting's like Bible that anybody going to be used. Like even if it's not like this is mainly meant for people's like brands owners, like you guys. It's not like for copywriters exclusively, but mainly for brand owner. But this is still going to be like I trying to create like the best copywriting masterclass ever existed. So let's go through what's going to be this the models on this. The complete system for brand safe direct response, leading to right copy that converts immediately, and builds brand equity for for direct to consumer products that need sales now without looking cheap or without looking scammy. As the heavy like the aggressive direct response with the aggressive claims. So part one is the introduction. We're gonna go through it like in a few minutes. Then gonna be market intelligence. This is really important. Is this the basis to understand how you're gonna write to your what it's called to your specific avatar. Then there is buyer psychology, is like 7 models, the emotion that drive purchase. Copywriting techniques, the copywriting techniques, how to get like their attention, how to hold them, how to make like your copies better. Then there is what it's called part 4 is like hook and intention. We're gonna be talking about like all the different the hooks, the headlines, and what it's called like the emails openers. Then we're gonna have story in the drama, how you create like a good story, because at the end of the day, so UGC admin is a story, VSLs is a story, avatar is a story. Besides the landing page, like the products, actually the product page, most of the times things are story, and how to create a story that's not for entertaining, but actually to hit some emotion to get like sell. You're gonna learn about it. Then you're gonna be persuasion architect. Then format mystery, test and irritation. These models we didn't create them yet. Like I'm still building them because this is taking too long. But I want to start with something. So yeah, let's go with the introductions. First, we're gonna go through what is copywriting. What is copywriting? The definition: copywriting is writing that make people take action. That's it. Not writing that sound nice. Not writing that win a award. Not writing that your English teachers would approve of. Writing that makes people do something. Direct response. A copywriting that do direct response. Like there's a response answers. So writing that makes people do something. Click, buy, sign up, call, add to cart, watch more, read more. If your words don't lead to action, it's not copywriting, it's just writing. So what copywriter is not? Creative is writing, entertain, copywriting sells. A novelist can take 3 pages to describe a sunset. A copywriter has 3 seconds before this scrolls. Content writing, content educate or inform, copywriting pursued. A blog post say, here's how to fix acne. Copy says, here's how to fix your acne, and here's the product that does it. So it's going to show you like the next steps. You need to buy products, you know. Brand fluff, we are passionate about creating a synergetic solution for tomorrow's challenge. That's not copy, that's corroborate word salad. Nobody's brand from that. Clever wordplay, if they impressed by your writing but don't buy, you failed. Clever doesn't convert, clear converts, you know. So at the end of the day, copywriting is getting somebody to take an actions, not trying to sound creative. There is some points when creativity gonna helps, you know, like hint to a creativity gonna make like what is called, the copy looked more from an insider like group, you know, like an example. Let's say our avatar, they use some specific word, you know. In that specific word, you add it on your copy to be creative. For them, it's because they recognize that word is gonna be added to like copywriting techniques called specificity. You know, they make it specific, but it's not creatives. But when you're trying to be like clever and creatives, and it's not clear to your audience, like you miss the point. You're just gonna scroll past you. They're not gonna care about you. So at the end of the day, copywriting is you're gonna need to get them to do something. The one job of copy, every piece of copy has one job: to get the readers to take the next actions. Not all actions, the next one. Add copy, get the click. Landing page headlines, get them to read more. Landing page body, get them to add to cart. Checkout page, get them to complete purchase. Email subjects, get them to open. Email body, get them to click. Each steps lead to the next. Your copy is a chain, 1 week link, and the whole thing's break. Real what is called DTC examples, like direct to consumers examples. On these things, we're gonna work like with 4 avatars. We have 10 acne, we have peoples with knee pain, we have the monopause, you know. So for these examples, 10 acne products, not a copy. So we're gonna give you like the difference between what is a copy, what's not a copy. Not a copy, our dermatologist tested formula certain salicylic acid in niacinamide to help reduce the appearance of blemish. Copy that's gonna drive, there is the emotions, you know. Your teenagers hide from the camera, skip pool parties, make excuses to stay home. This is ends in 14 days or your money back. Why it's copywriting? Because it used some technique. Speak to the buyer, mom, not just user. This is also something that you're gonna be talk about like heavily on one of the models, like on copywriting techniques. The dynamic between writing to the user and writing to the buyer. Because sometimes like when you sell things to dogs owners, or like to mothers, like to wives, or like to husband, when they try to buy from their loved one, like another person, is not them, it's the users, it's going to be like a different way how to talk to them, you know. So also something that you're going to be talking about. Second thing, the trigger emotions, specific time frame, risk reveal. That's what's making a copy. Knee pain products, 55-75 demographic. Not a copy, advanced joint supports formula with glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSMs for optimal joint health. Copy, this is morning, Bill got down on the floor to play with his grandkids. Last month he couldn't get out of his chair without medicine. Here's what changed. White seconds work, visual, floor, grandkid chair. You can like, we also gonna be some techniques that we're gonna talk about them on this model, the sensory, and how much like sensory language. What I mean about sensory language, you make your avatars or the people's reading or listening or like watching your visuals feel. You know, you are able to create a vivid image that they're gonna be able to feel it. Either like a negative one or either a positive one, and we're gonna show you each one what it's using and what's like the effect of it. Menopause products, not a copy, natural menopause support with black collagen evening Primorse oil. Copy, last night Sarah slept through the night for the first time in 3 years. No 2 a.m. wake up, drenched in a sweat, no lying there for hours, just sleep. White seconds work, specific, sensory, drenched in sweat, emotional relief, just sleep, story format. So the copywriting question, before you write anything, ask, what do I want them to do after reading this? If you can't answer clearly, don't write yet. So let's go to the second part of the first, not the first model, 0 models, like the introductions. The direct response versus breadth. You know, like a lot of people, they have this, what it's called. It's kind of idea, I should be more branded or I should be more aggressive direct response marketing. While you should be in the middle, using both of them. Get heavy on the brand way, like the feeling, the vibe, the authenticity, the colors, the design. You have a lot of testimonials to prove. Then also use some technique of direct response marketing, not the aggressive inflate claims. So the 2 words of copywriting, there are 2 schools of thoughts in advertisements. Most people think they are enemies. They're not, but you need to understand both. Direct response, the goals get action now, measure everything. Characteristics, every word has a job, ugly often work better than pretty. Long copy can be short, testimonial, proof, urgency everywhere. Aggressive CTA, clear offer, trackable results, clear conversion ROAS. So how it sounds like, example, order in the next 15 minutes and get free shipping. 382 people have tried this, 60 days money back guarantee. Click the button below. Where do you see it? Informational, Facebook's like Meta Ads, VSL, sales page, email marketing. The good, you know if it's work, data, optimizables, print money when it's work. The bad can look cheap, scammy, can damage brand perceptions, consumers are getting ad blind. So then in the other side of it, there is brand advertising. The goal, build perception over time, create feeling, characteristic, emotional over information, aesthetics matter, short, punchy, clever, no hard sales, no price, no offer, no CTA, vibes and measurables mostly. Brand sounds like just do it, like Nike, think different, what it's called Apple, because you're worth it, loyal Paris, like a beauty brand. When you see it, TV commercial, big brands, billboard, magazine ads, sponsorship. The good, build long-term equity, premium perceptions, emotional connections. The bad, hard to measure, expensive, slow. The false war. Direct response, people say brand is a waste of money, you can't measure it. Brand, people say direct is attacking and damage long-term value. Both are wrong. The best direct-to-consumer brands do both. They sell hard and build a brand. They convert today and create customer for life. This is what we'll teach you like in this masterclass, brand safe direct response marketing. So why this is matter for direct-to-consumer products? You're not Coca-Cola. You can't spend $4 billion on Vibe and wait 10 years. You need sales now, but you're also not selling $19 as seen on TV junks. You're selling real products, a real brand, real customers who will come back to you. And the most important about all of this, having a product that delivering the result that you're going to be promising. So you need copy that converts immediately, doesn't make you look cheap. So between, it's going to be like direct response, convert immediately, branded, doesn't look cheap, build trust for repeated purchase, That's the game. So let's learn how to play it. So right now it's brand safe. Let's go to brand safe direct response marketing, like part 3. Brand safe direct response, the art of selling hard without looking cheap. This is the skill that separates elite direct-to-consumer copywriter from everyone else, And this is like the bad thing that a lot of people that see, because when I do it's not consulting companies, just one-on-one calls of some of you guys, sometimes they're doing crazy numbers, but because they're relying on other copywriters or something, I say some aggressive claims. They think that the only way for them to sell is using those techniques, while it's not, especially at a high levels when you have your authenticity, and you already develop your products, you actually delivering the results and stuff. We're gonna show you how to use the technique to there is even cases when your product doesn't solve the issue, it just masks the symptoms or give a little bit of relief. There is even case and techniques that you can be using to actually just sell that. It's only gonna help you relieve, because that's where your audience is, and that's what they believe. They're not looking for a magic trick. While you came and you hired a copywriter, then you make your products as some magic product that you're gonna buy, then you're gonna fix everything. And then what's gonna happen? People's gonna use it, gonna say, "Oh, it's only relief." While I was promised that, then the issue that's gonna happen later on. So this is the skills: persuade without being pushy, create urgency without being sleazy, use proof without looking desperate, sell hard without damaging the brand. So here's one. Here is how. Technique 1: story over statistics. Direct response marketing, statistics, 10,000, 100 people, millions of people, of dark owners have this. While here is both. You're going to be on the brand safe, you want to build with a story, with the connections to a real human being or a real testimonial from your customers. So, cheap direct response, 97.3 of users saw result, 50 plus sold, #1 rated. Why I see in here cheap? Because sometimes if the statistic is actually real, you can push them. But a lot of brands, they just make what is called claims out of thin air that they can get troubles in. And this is when you use cheap direct response marketing. Instead, you can give the same feeling, same proof, but on a safe way. That's not even gonna get you into troubles. Realista sent as her photo at week 6. Our whole team gathered around the screen. Is that the same person? Someone asked. It was, So here the same thing. That's actually people's getting result. In this case, you go to specificity, a technique on copywriting, you be specific. One of the customers sent us a photo after 6 weeks. You can show the customers pictures. Then here is what our team said, and it's actually getting the results. Is that the same person? Someone asked. It was. That means there was a big differentiation between her first status or whatever, then right now after using the products. Nepean examples: 9 out of 10 users report less pain in 13 days. If this cannot be backed with the studies, you can get in troubles. Brand safe, Tom's wife noticed it first. You're not gripping the handrails anymore. She said he hadn't even realized it. Just walk down the stairs like he used to, you know? Just rely on real testimonials from your customers instead of statistics that you make up out of your ass. Technique 2, earned urgency. Cheap direct response, only 3 left, order now, time expires, and you know, like the halls, banners that everybody use. The other one, we make like the brand safe. We make this in small batches. When they are gone, it usually takes 3-4 weeks before the next round. Just want you to know, you know, it's not heavy. Both create urgency. One feel manipulative, one feel honest. Cheap, flash sales add tonight 50% off. Brand safe. We only make 2,000 units per month. We sold out in November and had 400 women on the wait list. If you want to try it, I will grab it now. Why it's still available? You know, simply like to push like urgency. This is about to sell fast. 3, confidence proof, amazing result, life-changing, best products, offers, you know, like the cheapest like techniques. Brand safe, here's what surprised us. The women who were most skeptical become our most vocal advocate. Read their words, not ours, you know. Then showing testimonials and edited with real names and photos. And this is what we win. When you have a product that actually delivers the result, then you are able to gather a lot of social proof, like testimonials, video UGCs from, not very UGCs that you pay for, but from a real customer that they buy from you. You can really have you on this. It's gonna help like boost the what's it called, the brand like sells so big, you know, because authenticity win a lot, you know. PCUS have lots examples. Cheap, 1,005 stars reviews. Mary almost didn't order. I have tried everything. She told us later. I just couldn't get burned again. Here's the photo she sent us at week 12, and here's what she wrote. You know, then you show read testimonials. Here's what happened. Here's the result. Here's the testimonials. What she say. Technique 4, human voice. Cheap, this is breakthrough formula use parent technology to transform your skin. And this is like the issue, you know, like this is something that you're gonna be talking on. I'm gonna spoil it a little bit. What is it? Boom, 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 boom. Copywriting the craft here. No, what is it? I forget. Sorry. The persuasion. Here we're gonna be talking on this models about like the mechanism. Then we're gonna be talking about like how we make the mechanism believable. Instead of using cheap stuff, that's what it's called. Most of you use like when they're trying to explain, what is it like? They're trying to explain their mechanism. They try to say, oh, it's been studies or NASA, there's things, all of this for guys who things. I'm going to show you how we do the copywriting technique to make the mechanism believable using psychology, you know, like stuff that's going to like storytelling, so, you know, hitting their dopamine and not like heavy on fugazi thing that can get us in troubles, you know. There's on. So, brand safe. Look, I know you have seen million skincare problems. I'm not going to insult you with another one. Let me just tell you what is this, why it works, and let you decide. The difference, cheap direct response yells, you know, like just tell yells. Brand safe, direct, it's chalk. Teen example, speak to mom. Finally, the solution your teen has been waiting for, clear skin guaranteed. Brand safe, you probably tried a few things already, maybe the stuff from the drugstore, maybe a dermatologist visit. I'm not here to trash any of that. I just want to show you something different and explain why it's working when other things haven't. Respect their intelligence. This is something really important. You know, I see a lot of what it's called, a lot of difference between copywriters. They say, a lot of people, they say, your customers is stupid. You need to treat him as stupid. And some people, they say that your customers is your wife. You know, like as David Jolvi said. Yeah, I think it's David, the one that say that. The real thing is both. Like seriously, like it's both. Your customers is stupid in case that you need to explain to him things without you being clever, and that's what we mentioned before. You need to be clear with him. Don't try to think that he's gonna assume things. Just be clear with him. It's easy for him to understand. But also, don't think he's stupid. That you can just throw a bunch of BS on him and he's just gonna trust it. You know, maybe all demographic back in the days. Right now, when you're gonna be selling, not everybody's selling to all demographic, and you don't want to be even what it's called. Depending on this tactic of just not yells, not like scream, but yell. How we say it? Lying to them. Sorry, like lying to them. You know. So, is the customer smart? Yes. Is the customer stupid? Yes. So, how we can do this? We never want to explain to him something. We're gonna assume he is stupid. So we want to give him like not as much detail, but explain it as much as easiest possible way for him to understand. We want to try to see something that you just overwhelmed him about, like some information that even ourselves we don't trust it. Believe it, that he himself also gonna be confused, and he gonna be smart and gonna say, oh, this is like what is called lying. His lying detectors, like BS detector, gonna be like woke up and say, oh, this is BS, you know. So treat the customers like an idiot who will believe anything. Treat the customers like a smart, skeptical person who needs real reasons, you know. Scientists stand by this discovery, you know. Fugazi thing. There is a compound called X. It's been studied for 20 years, mostly in Europe. Here is what the research showed, and here is why we put this in our formula. Just real things. If you have like real research, real data, you should. Like here is the articles been about it. Here is why. So you're being clear with him. Like you're being, here is where this is came from. Here is why it's working. It's not like, oh, it's come from this, and you're gonna feel like the line detectors. Like BS detectors. This is BS. Invest in real proof as you scales. Here is the outlook most brand miss. As you scales in products, improve products market fit, invest in real proof. Third-party studies, commission-dependent research, partner with university, get your products clinically tested, clinical trial, placebo-controlled study, before and after measurement, peer review where possible. If you're really guys interested in also of this, we're gonna show you like how we also getting this for our brand. It's not as heavy as you think. Plus, this is the issue. A lot of you, this stacks on the mindset. They do like 100K days, like millions plus a month, and this still stacks on the mindset of somebody's making 200K. They still want to be like cheap. They still want to be not having a great thing. They don't want to invest on making the brands bigger. So why you need that? If you truly want to grow up without issue, plus it's gonna help like the brand itself. So certificate, real data collection. Why this is matters? When you have real proof, you don't need scammy tactics. Scammy, no real proof. Doctors recommend this study shows work. Trust us. Brand safe, real proof, in 12-week clinical studies with 200 patients, 870% saw measurable improvement. Here is a full story. Here is how we conducted. Here is methodology. See the difference. One is yelling to cover up weakness. One is confident because the data speaks for itself. The scaling formula, early stage using customers' testimonial founder story, growth stage, larger sample testimonials before and afters, scale stage, clinical study, third-party validations, expert endorsement. It's not like that expensive. The more real proof you have, the less sales you copy needs to be. Then you're gonna be what? You're gonna be having your direct response marketing tactics with what? With the proof of the brand, because you invested in the brand itself. Brand safe and direct response marketing checklist before you publish. Ask, would they be embarrassed if this is went viral? Not even if somebody like know me watching my thing, because I saw a lot of times, like I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people I do like a calls with them, like they do create numbers, and I say like I treat them, this is like what you're running can be way better. So just go more clean. Again, I'm not saying that they're running black hat or something. It's just like they're running aggressive claims in the things, because they used to do that. The things without that aggressive copywriting, they cannot scale. Why? It's the other way. Like you can still scale. You can even win a huge segment of your avatar that actually using their brain is not like the neglected people's. Would I show this to a skeptical friend? Am I treating readers like an intelligent adult? Is my urgency based on something real? Could I define every claim I'm making? This is really important. Like once you scales, does it sound like a human wrote it? As we scales, are we investing in real proof? If answer is no, rewrite or start investing. Right now, copywriting mindset. How to think before you write. Copywriting mindset. Before you learn technique, you need to think differently. This mental shift separates amateur from professionals. You're not writing, you are selling print. A copywriting is a salesperson who uses word instead of voice. Imagine a great salesperson say, listen more than they talk, understand the customer problems, handle objection naturally, guide toward the close, make the customer feel understood. That's your jobs on paper or screen. You're not creating art, you're creating skills, conversion at scales. Example, bad copywriting is how do I make this sound good? That's not your job. It's not an art. Good copywriting things. If I were sitting across from a 58-year-old woman with knee pain, what I would say to help her understand this product could change her life. She's next to me. She's gonna be listening to me. How can I convince her, like without being pushy? Like how she can believe me? Like she go through her brain, analyze with system 1 and system 2, and say, oh, this is actually believable. So I'm gonna try this product. Mindset 2. Your reader doesn't care about you, doesn't care about your product, doesn't care about your brand yet. This is brutal but true. They don't care about your brand story, they don't care about your mission, they don't care about your journey, they don't care about your product's future, they care about one thing. What does this do for me? Every sentence should answer this question or be deleted. Example, we have spent 5 years developing this formula using the finest ingredient sourced from organic farms. No one cares. In 14 days, you will look in the mirrors and see the different skin. Here, why it doesn't, here, there is like a position where we use this, but in the case of the customers directly before, because this is like, it's gonna matter for what? For justifying the price, not for selling the products, but here for selling the products. First one, what's matter? What's in it for them? What's happening for them? Here we have spent 5 years developing this formula using the only finance ingredient source for organic frames. If after that we're trying to sell, doesn't matter. But if after it you're trying to justify the cost of products or making your products premier, it's matter. But at the end of the day, always customers first. The first talk about you, the brand. Second talk about them, the customers. Always them, never you. Mindset 3, every word must earn its place. Your reader is looking for a reason to leave. Boring sentence, gone. Confusing phrase, gone. Also, we're gonna show you how to make your sentence better, how to bridge between them. Everything's on this copywriting masterclass. Confusing phrase, gone. Unnecessary word, they are gone. Every word must either keep them moving toward actions or keep them reading so the next one word can. If a word doesn't neither, cut it. Examples. Before, our really amazing revisionally new formula actually helps to significantly reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Reduce fine lines in 14 days. 14 words, 6 words, same meaning, no fluff. Edit truthfully. If you love a phrase but doesn't sell, kill it. Mindset for clarity beats cleverness. This is really important. If they have to think, so also here's like we're gonna show you where sometimes we add words that have something to do a job. You know, it kind of seems like they are just added on, but they help either like we continue what is called the phrase or make the phrase vivid. You know. Mindset 4, clarity-based cleverness. If they have to think, you love them. Clever wordplay might impress your creative directors. It won't make sales. Examples. Turn back times on drop at times. Looks in years younger in 13 days. Exactly. Clever, it can work with the segment of your avatar that's really small. The majority of your avatar is not looking for clever, looking for clarity. They're not looking to read behind the line. They literally want a line that's so clear that they don't even need to think so much to get it. System 1. The clever one sounds nice, the clear one sells. Rule, if you grant them, I wouldn't understand it instantly, rewrite it, you know? And this is a lot of times, you may see people using some complex word that have no reason for them to be there. It's just like complexity. When you say it's make us believable. It's not. It's make your customer think. It's make your customers questions. You don't want that. You want like easy. What is this, you know? And if you use a complex word, that's really necessary, like an ingredient of futures, make it simple. Explain it, you know? Write like you talk. People buy from people, not from corruptions. If you wouldn't say it's in a conversation, don't try it. Experience and the transformative power of our innovation solutions. Look like this stuff actually work. Here's why. You know? Read your copy out loud. It sounds like a copyright press release. Rewrite it. If it sounds like a friend explaining something helpful, you are close. Mindset says, you're not your customers. What you find complaining doesn't matter. What they find complaining matter. A 25-year-old copywriter and working for 16-year-old man with knee pain needs to become that person. Mentally, ask yourself, what do they fear? What do they want? What have they tried? What language do they use? What would make them trust? What would make them act? All of this, through what? Through the avatar deep dive. Also, if you don't have like your avatar deep dive files already ready, create it because you're gonna read it. Like through all this technique, we're gonna show you like how to also use AI prompt, but only is gonna work if you already have like a really good avatar deep dive, as we showed you before. So, where we were, test matter more than opinion. Opinion is worthless. The data is everything. I think this headline is better. It means nothing. This headline gets 7 more clicks. Mean everything. The market decision, what's good, not you, not your boss, not your client. Write, test, learn, repeat. The best copywriting are wrong constantly. They are just wrong less often over time because they test and learn, like the open testing loop. The mindset summary, you are a salesperson in print. They don't care about you only themselves. Every word on its place or it gets cut. Clear beats clever. Write like you talk. You're not your customers. Test opinion. Internalize this. Everything else builds on them. So in this is like just like the introductions, like what is copywriting? Are we gonna be like aggressive or not? I explained that about like copywriting, direct response copywriting versus like the brand safe and how we're gonna create like brand safe copywriting. Right now, I want you to show you how you need to use this masterclass because it's long. You know, it's not even it seems like course overviews like this, but each model is so long. You know, like each model is gonna be like a lot of ideas, a lot of things that is not something that's gonna be easy. You can take notes on, but it's not something that you're gonna memorize like easy, you know. You need to come back like to it whenever you write an ad, and just use it as your Bibles, you know. So, how to use this masterclass? This is not a course you watch once and forget. It's a system you will return to every time you write. Structures. Part 1, introduction, you are here. Foundation, what copywriter is and how to think. Buyer psychology, the 6 core emotions that drive purchase, the emotional journey from problem to purchase, the buyer versus dynamic the buyer versus user dynamic, copywriting technique, the actual craft, open loop, future passing, specificity, parent interruption, and 20 more techniques with examples. Hooking attention, how to stop scroll, hook types, headline, open a line that forces them to keep reading. Story and drama, story structure, how to build tension, create drama, paths and narratives, make them feel. Persuasion and architects, mechanism, proofs, objection, offer, CTA, urgency, the architect that converts. Format, mystery, how to write for every format, V-cells, UGC ads, image ads, advertorial, pre-sale listicles, quiz, product page. We're going to talk all of this so it's called format and how to write for them. Test and annotation, what to test, how to read result, how to reiterate and improve. So, how example work through this masterclass, we use for real direct to consumers avatar to show you copy change based on how you're writing to. Teen with acne, knee pain, so teen acne, the buyer users dynamics, when like the buyer is not like the teen, it's the mothers. NIPIN, the old demographic. Menopausal is for women. Then PCOS, hair loss is also for females, but like your what is it called, younger demographic. How to learn? Go through each part, understand the concept, study the example. Don't just read, write, take your current products and apply each concept, write hooks, write stories, write full stories. Test, put your copy in markets, real ads, real emails, real page, see what's the data say. Return, when something doesn't work, come back to your event section, diagnose and improve. This is reference systems, not one-time course. So that's it for this introduction. Next thing is what we're going to be talking about, like market intelligence. I know one thing, like for this model, like the part one, the market intelligence, you're gonna see like 5 levels of awareness, the 5 sophistication things, identify your market positioning, the awareness, X sophistication matrix, the adjacent copy for market positioning. A lot of people, they gonna say, oh, I already know level of awareness, I already know level of market sophistication. Still, watch this, please, like really watch this. So because before you write a single word, you need to know where your audience is mentally, how to iterate your market. This determines everything. Your hook, your claims, your mechanism, your proofs. Get this wrong and even great copies fails. And trust me, it doesn't. I cannot. What is it called? How I say it? Like stress about like how many times when somebody send me something like about his copy or landing page or ads, like reviewing some brands why they have hard time to scale. It's all most of times without even forget about all the copy techniques. It's all about the messaging. Most of the time they get these things wrong, like their market sophistication wrong, or the level of awareness of the target audience wrong, or the emotions, like type of the emotion of their customers wrong. Then this struggles because given like trying to sell to a market level of sophistication 4 with a technique of like level 3, you lost. Try to sell like to a solution aware while you emphasize for them for problems aware. Then you twist the knife so hard, then you create like a paralyzed effect, you lost them. So please, next model is gonna be super interesting, not super interesting, to be honest, I'm not gonna hype it, but something's really important. Nail this and you already won like 50% of all the techniques when you're gonna be using them. You already won the message, you know? So see you guys, and I promise you, this is masterclass gonna be fucking insane. So see you guys.